What's up, guys? Today what we have here is a Maytag Centennial washing machine, and the problem it's having is time you cut it on, the lid lock light will come on and you can just hear like a slight humming noise. But what I found out, you can see I've already kind of took this machine apart, and I'll go through how to do all that. But what I found out was when you open up the lid and you look inside, the humming was actually coming from the motor, and the tub just was spinning like this. So I've done some diagnosing of this thing, and what I found it to be was the main control behind the panel. And I'll switch to another angle where you can see that. So if you'll look here at the back, you can see the panel's been opened up and the control sits right here, and I'll rock it forward where you can see what it looks like. But that's what the control board looks like as it's mounted there. So what we're going to want to do is take that out and swap it with the new one that I have and see if we have any improvements. Before I get this machine all put back together where I can show you how to disassemble it, I do want to show you exactly what this thing's doing. So I'm going to come around back and I'm going to plug it in. Alright, so you can kind of slightly hear a humming noise, and the lid's locked. This is what we're getting on the... So we got the sensing's lit up and the lid lock is flashing, and nothing is really happening but a low pitch humming coming from the outside. So what I'm going to show you how to do is disassemble the back of the machine, and on this one you actually have to take some parts off here and go in through the top, and we'll be able to see if that tub is doing what I said it was doing. So let me get you set up for the next shot, and we'll go ahead and take this thing apart. Okay, so to take this thing apart, what we're going to need to do is have a 1/4 inch nut driver. And we're going to start by taking the brackets off on both sides. You're just going to have to do the top screw only, and what that's going to do is allow us to slide the whole lid in the forward direction. So now you should be able to walk around to the front and kind of grab the front and watch it pull forward. Alright, next we're going to take these 3 screws out in the back panel where we can actually access the control board compartment. And also we'll have to remove the 1 screw in this bracket that covers up the pressure hose. Kind of hold your hand here so it doesn't all fall off in the floor. Alright, the step I already have done is the back panel. You have to take a putty knife and kind of slide into the front, and you'll see these little pins type things here. And what you're doing is you're sliding your putty knife up under there, because when you push this down, it's going to be a really small gap. But you slide that putty knife in there and it pushes back on these clips, and that front will rock forward and pop up like that. And be very careful not to break these tabs in the back, because they actually have to come forward and out. Okay. So now we got that. Now that we got our panel taken loose, we're going to pop it out, and like I said, push forward watching these back clips and let it lift out, and then we can lay it on its front. Alright, then what you're going to do is reach around to the front and pull the knob off. And we're going to start disassembling the different connectors. Most of them have these little clips you'll have to push in and kind of pull out. Again, make sure the machine is unplugged. So we'll take them out one at a time. Most of these are keyed, so you don't really have to worry about getting them messed up, but they're all pretty much sized differently anyway, so we're going to very carefully take those loose. Okay, next we're going to take our 1/4 inch nut driver again, and you'll see 2 screws to the right hand side of this control board. We're going to have to remove those. Okay, now our control board should kind of slide this way and lift right out. Actually, it hinges up, I'm sorry, to the left. You'll see that kind of lip on that thing, it goes like that. Alright, then we're going to grab our new control. This one that I got here was a used one. I'm having to remove these little connectors that they left in. It probably would be a good idea while you're going, if you did order a used part, just to double check, because these things are really expensive and you can find used ones for relatively cheap. So most of the time you'll probably be getting a used one, but it would be a good idea to check the part number here and make sure that it is the same as your other one. So like our original was 10296.058, and our new one is 10296.058, so we're good to go on that. Alright, so now it's going to be the whole process except for in reverse. So we're going to slide the control in. Now we're going to put our 2 screws back in. Okay, now we're going to reconnect all of our wires. One by one. And our main power wire coming in. Like that. You can wrap everything in these little hooks are made to keep all this organized. Alright, so now we're just gonna, like I said, do the process except for in reverse, and we're gonna take our panel and hook it back into the back brackets. And then we're going to snap the front down and put our knob back on. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put the back panel. just on a side note, when that lid pulls forward, the lid will lift like that. So what we want to do is pull the lid back forward and make sure it gets locked under those front brackets, and then push it back real good to where the rear brackets will line up. And we're going to take our 2 screws for that. Tighten those down. And our cover for our wires and pressure hose will be last. Alright, that's it. So now we're going to go around to the other side. We're going to give the washer a try and see if it performs any better. Okay, you can see now from the front, we're getting ready to start it up, and you can see that the front is fully seated now with those clips. So we're getting ready to plug it in and see what we got. So here goes our plug. So now we got lid lock flashing. Our lid's still locked. We'll give it a few minutes to come out of that. Okay, we just heard the click. So we're going to open up the lid, it's unlocked, and we're going to go ahead and fill this thing with water and try to put it in a cycle and see what we get. So we're going to turn it up to regular, and we're going to just hit start. And I'm going to have to kind of makeshift my fill valve and kind of prop my drain up to where it don't spray all over me. Okay, so we're here at the front, and I had to take the back brackets loose again just for testing purposes because the lid locks on this side. Out here at my little shipping container deal, I can't hook water up to it. So to do this, I'm gonna have to actually lift the lid up. But that'll be better because you can see what's going on inside anyway. So like I said, we're gonna turn that to regular, start it up, listen for the valve to come on in the back. We got a little tub action now. As soon as that valve kicks on, I'm going to start filling it with the hose. What it's doing now is sensing the load size. This is going to take a minute, so while we wait, I just want to see if I can find the error codes that this machine was given. That way you'll know that. This is what was displayed as fault codes. We had a F1E2 fault code, which is a motor control fault, indicates a fault of the motor control section of the main control board. So that was the main code we were getting. There were a few no fills and long fills in there, which means water was either cut off or it took a long time to fill up. So I don't think that had anything to do with this particular problem, which is what it was brought in. So the valve just cut on. We're going to go ahead and fill it up with water. Okay, there we go. So we'll cut that off. Take a good look at it, make sure everything seems to be working fine, and agitate. Alright, that looks good to go. We're going to shut that back down. Put it back into position. Now we're going to just drain it out and make sure that side works. You'll have to excuse the sweat. It's 90 degrees the end of September and I'm standing inside of a metal building with no kind of air movement at all. And it's freaking hot. This is empty. We'll wait for it to cut off and then we can do the spin socket. Okay, so now we've finished draining. We're just going to put it into a drain spin and check and see if that works. Okay. It says sensing and lid lock. Our lid. Here the tub engage. Like I said before, this control board, this tub would barely move. Like, I mean, it would maybe go an inch and stop. Now everything's looking normal. The only reason it was real off balance there for a second is because I got one wet towel in there is all I got. Okay, everything appears to be good, it'll slow down and stop, and then it'll drain again and then go into another spin. So that's really all I wanted to see. That lets me know everything mechanically is functioning just fine with it, and also with the controls functioning fine. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I hope this did some good, helped some people out. Thanks again.